If you enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe.
For this Prelude to Civil War game, we will be using the standard Marvel Crisis Protocol rules and not the special rules from the Civil War event, but that will be coming in our next game. The Crisis cards, even though we're calling them different things, are actually playing just like the Crisis cards as you see here. The way we present it is purely cosmetic, but the rules are standard rules. Today's match will take place in the Raft, a maximum security prison for superpowered criminals near Rikers Island. The blue objectives will be the escape portals that the X-Men are trying to escape out of and the Brotherhood needs to secure. The red, which are represented by actual characters, are prisoners, but they have actual no abilities in the game. They are purely there to represent who they are in the story. Recently, we asked for suggestions on what we should be playing in the games or different kinds of squads you'd like to see us play. Well, you answered, and we are trying to deliver here. So with this week, I am bringing a viewer request squad and team tactics. It's a Brotherhood squad led by Mystique using the Freedom Force leadership ability. We have Sabretooth, Toad, and Winter Soldier allows me to bring the Brotherhood affiliation. I have Black Widow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Lockjaw to bring this to an 18-point list. I put a good amount of thought into how this was going to run, and I feel pretty confident how I'm going to play this scenario out. I don't get to use the full ability for the Freedom Force, and that was by my choice, and there are reasons for that, but it's based off of the Crisis itself. But I still do get some of the perks, and I'm still a Brotherhood team. So we'll see how that goes. My team tactics cards are Deception, Doomed Prophecy, All You've Got, Bitter Rivals, and Blind Obsession. Now, I've used most of these team tactic cards in the past, and I have a good idea how they're going to work. I have been successful with some of them, not so successful with others. So I'm very interested to see if I can play them with these particular characters in the squad very effectively. Again, I have an idea how it's going to work out. But as Mike Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until they get hit for the first time. So we'll see what happens once Nikki hits me for the first time. When the cards come up, as always, I will be sure to explain them.
This week I'm playing the X-Men, led by Cyclops, then Wolverine, Beast, Ghost Spider, and Gamora. When I found out who Andy was playing this week, I knew I wanted to at least play some X-Men, and I thought it might be fun for Cyclops to be the leader this time. I've always played Storm as the leader. And then I thought I'd kind of break the team up a little bit and bring in Ghost Spider and Gamora. I don't know, it made sense in my head with who I was playing against, and I thought they would be a really good addition to the team. My team tactic cards are Exceptional Healing, Weapon X Program, First Class, Heavy Firepower, and Seeing Red. Exceptional Healing and Weapon X Program are for Wolverine. First Class is for any X-Men character. Seeing Red might help me get some revenge during the game, and I thought Heavy Firepower might give me an edge. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game goes, and I'm really wanting to beat Andy.
So welcome to the prelude to the Civil War series. While this is the first part of the story, we are not going to be using the Civil War special rules until the next game. The next game will actually be the first scenario of the Civil War. This is like the prelude. We've got special rules set up. As you can see, we've got some heroes on the board who are the prisoners. They are not interactive. They are just eye candy. But hopefully through the story, you'll understand why they're there. And starting with the next game, we will be using the Renegade and registration rules. So we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy Prelude to Civil War.
I have priority. And the first thing I'm going to do is play first class, which allows any of the X-Men to interact with one objective for free. And I got the portal. And that's the portal that all the prisoners are trying to escape from, right, Andy?
Correct. Yeah, and you rolled a skull, so you got pushed away from it. So you kind of started right back at the beginning. This is a very Chutes and Ladders moment for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get up there and get one of the citizens, but since I got pushed back...
Prisoner. It's a prisoner.
Prisoner.
You think of them as citizens. They are really prisoners, Nikki. And that's what you all have to remember. She is the Renegade, even though we're not playing with those rules yet.
This is the pre-game.
This is the pre-game to that. So
leading into it.
So Sabretooth is recapturing one of the prisoners. I get a power from Freedom Force. That's my leadership ability with Mystique. And let's go on.
Okay, so Wolverine. And he's going to rescue Drax. Run, Drax.
They're frozen. They can't move. Latvarian technology at its finest.
Okay, and then he's going to roll for the portal. And he gets it.
That's how you do it, Beast.
Don't pick on Beast.
He's supposed to be the scientific-y one, too, so... I don't know how this portal works. Let Wolverine do it. Alright, so Mystique, speaking of blue, Mystique is going up. And I have a 3 across the board on all my energy rolls, and that's what you have to do to gather these portals. I'm sorry, to capture the portals. So I did get that one, but I rolled a skull as well. So Mystique is about to be pushed back, or pushed around, and she gets pushed over that pipe there. I wanted to be there. That's what you didn't realize.
Oh, I kind of wondered if I was making a silly move by pushing you over there.
I really did want to be there.
All right, Gamora. I really like playing Gamora. She's fun.
I love how she just bypassed Ant-Man. It's like, rescue me. No.
She's opening the portal for him. Come on. Just in case he gets rescued.
Is she? No.
I don't know.
No, she's not.
And no, she didn't. This is the worst jailbreak ever.
Oh, it gets even better, folks. Just wait.
Oh, and she got pushed.
Yep.
Okay.
She's pushed up on the roof now. I like to think she got kind of blasted up on the roof. So now Lockjaw. And it took me a second to figure out what I wanted to do with Lockjaw. But he's a good boy, so I started within 2 of Toad. So I got my extra power, and he's going to try to capture that portal. But as we all know, dogs were never meant to capture portals, so obviously he didn't get it. But he is good at fetch, so he's going to go fetch Shuri and keep her secure from those evil renegades.
So, by the way, the characters that Andy is playing and the tactic cards, I believe, are from a request.
Really enjoyed it. It was a lot.
It was really fun, and this person obviously knows a lot more about this game than we do. But hopefully we did it justice.
Yep.
Okay, so I just rescued someone.
Ant-Man, yeah. What you didn't see was the 5 minutes of her going back and forth trying to figure out why she couldn't do that in one move, but... So now Winter Soldier recaptured their Spider-Man. Get another power for that, for Freedom Force.
Okay, Spider-Gwen. Love playing her too, she's fun.
Very annoying, yes.
I really like it when she rescues people, it's my favorite.
Not quite in range there, Spider-Gwen. Ghost Spider.
Good. Looking at Winter Soldier, he's looking very smug. But I guess she's out of range. Not sure what I'm doing here.
You're thinking.
I'm thinking, what do I want to do?
You're like, are you sure?
Are you sure he's out of range? Because I don't believe it. So I guess I'm going to move her so maybe she can be in a better position for next round.
Yeah, Winter Soldier's in range if he could shoot. His assault rifle may not be super powerful, but it's got great range. So Toad's going up. It's with his little range 2 ability. So I'm going to try to grab that portal. Unfortunately, this got cut off, but I do end up capturing it, but I also roll a skull. So I'm going to get pushed back by Nikki. And there we are, right next to my favorite dog. And there's Black Widow. Now, after I saw what she was doing on the other side of the table, I thought the three of them could handle this side. So Black Widow is going to do a tactical maneuver to move over to Winter Soldier, which means I put her incorrectly, and now she needs to get over to the other side. But that was round 1. Super exciting, kind of bumbling, but the jailbreak has begun. Okay, so per the rules of this crisis, you have to make these movement rolls for in the original, the infected. So here, the prisoners are actually trying to get away from both the captors and the rescuers. Don't know why. There's got to be some reason, though. So that's what these rolls represent here. So, as you can see here, apologies for kind of being all over the place. We should have had a board. But Wolverine got moved. Cyclops got moved. Lockjaw got moved. And so did the Winter Soldier. Now, Winter Soldier is the only one that got moved forward towards Ghost Spider. Why is that, Nikki?
You're about to see, Andy. Gwen is going to attack him with Spider Technique. So, it's 4 dice, and I roll terribly. But the second time, if you've already done this attack in this turn, you add 3 dice, which is pretty cool. So 7 dice. And that's
Blocked it off still.
Slightly better, but yeah, you blocked it. So, well, oh well.
Your technique is poor. All right, so Winter Soldier is going to go over, and that escape portal is now being guarded, so I'm going to roll for that. Luckily, I didn't roll any skulls here, because that could have moved me. But I did capture it, so it's back in the hands of the rightful people here. And now I know why I shot at Wolverine. It was a futile move and a futile gesture, especially since he hadn't gone yet. And as you can see, my roll reflected that. So
neither one of us are rolling great, are we?
No. This is my favorite part of the match, or one of my favorite parts of the match. Spoiler alert, it's fun.
So Gamora, and I'm looking for the short. I was about to move her off, and Andy's yelling at me, "You have to move him short." So went looking for that.
That wasn't a yell.
It was. I just heard it. So I am going to...
See, I thought she was going to attack.
Yeah, and that's what I should have done. But stupidly, I rolled, got a skull, so now Andy gets to move me. This really is the worst jailbreak ever.
Do you even jailbreak, bro? She's right back up on that roof again.
It was a Guardians of the Galaxy move, really.
So
I move her off.
Yeah.
That's my second action.
Mystique is going to come out now. She's probably like, what? The F just happened. So I'm going to take a pistol shot at Gamora's back there. Now, unlike a lot of the other handguns, you do get rapid fire, but only if you roll a hit. I messed it up when I started playing her originally, but I did roll a hit, and I actually pulled 2 points of damage on that first one, so I got rapid fire. That's my second shot. 2 damage again. Evidently, Gamora wised up. She blocked all that. But still, 2 points of damage. Not bad.
Okay, moving Wolverine. Facing Winter Soldier.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Adamantium Slash. This time I learned my lesson to attack before I roll.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a great attack. I was not expecting that, evidently.
And you're bleeding.
I'm bleeding.
Okay, and I rolled and did not get it.
Nope. But you didn't get moved either, so...
True.
Alright, so Sabretooth is up. He is going to have some fun with the beast. I will just do my Claw Slash. Not bad. 3 crits. Woo!
I think that's... Yeah, that is 3. Oh, no, it's 4.
Oh, 4 crits. Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed the one of them. Good attack,
And I
Sabretooth.
3, so 2 damage.
Yeah, 2 damage there.
Okay, Cyclops, who is my leader this game. I've never used him as leader yet. Oh, this is where we're discussing if Mystique is it within 3 or not because she's got stealth. I was like, it's 4, and Andy's like, she's stealth. I'm like, oh. So it's fun to listen to us argue on here. Optic Blast. That's a pretty good roll.
Ow! Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You blocked 1.
Yeah, you dazed her. And this is the one that you push before you damage.
Yeah, you push if he rolls a wild, I think, and it's before damage is dealt.
Yeah, that's an insult to injury type rule there. But yeah, I got my dazed corpse gets slumped in the corner there. Hope you're happy with that.
I am.
She was. All right, so Black Widow's going to come up. And, again, I wasted actions with her, obviously, but I needed her over here more than I needed her on the other side. I regret nothing other than poor placement, evidently. So that's it. She's just going there to reinforce and make it a lot harder for Nikki to try to grab that portal back from me. That was really the big objective there.
Okay, Beast. Acrobatic Strike on Sabretooth. Not great.
But he found it disconcerting yet provocative.
Alright, I'm doing it again.
Evidently you learned from that first one.
Yes.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's good. Are you dazed?
I'm dazed.
Yes.
She takes way too much to clean that. And I dropped Star-Lord.
And the fact that it's Beast, I mean, you're not supposed to have favorite children, but it, you know.
So you rescue Star-Lord there.
Yep. Run free, Star-Lord.
Be free. So now Toad's coming up. Toad can either do some awesome things or he is a waste of time. So I'm going to use Spit Acid on Cyclops here. Mainly just because I want to get him incinerated for future attacks. But I rolled pretty dang well.
I'd say that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, so good job, Toad.
And he's incinerated.
You're incinerated. So now here comes the good boy. Now, she moved him out so I didn't get my 3 points for being close. But he's got some options. So I'm going to teleport him, and I was originally going to attack Cyclops since he was incinerated, but I thought let's spread the love around and also bite on Gamora, because she really hasn't had too much damage yet. And it's a strength 4 hit, or 4 dice hit, so... and I love how it looks like she's trying to run away from him there with the way that model's posed. So, not great, but I do... No, actually... Yeah, I have my Inhuman roll, and you have your crit roll. So, in the end, 1 point. Alright, so here are the prisoner rolls. Apologies. We are going to use a tray next time we do this, because for whatever reason, we didn't capture any of these rolls, really. But I did give you the results, because you can hear it in the background, or we're saying them out loud, actually. So, again, apologies for that. Enjoy this lovely look at that skull dice. There's Beast. So Beast is actually the only one that got moved. And now, I'm going to do Blind Obsession on Beast, because Sabretooth is very, very angry at Beast. That allows me to roll 2 extra dice for attacks and 2 extra dice for dodge or for defense, but I have 2 less defense against everybody else. And now Cyclops is up.
Okay, Cyclops is going to do, I think it's...
Optic Devastation.
Yes, Optic Devastation on Toad and Lockjaw. First it was going to be Lockjaw and Mystique, but Mystique had stealth, so. Alright, Lockjaw. It's pretty good, Andy.
Why do you hate dogs so much? That's
I
the question.
don't hate dogs. I
You
love dogs.
obviously hate dogs a lot.
Stop.
He's a good boy.
He was a good
such a
boy,
good
but
boy.
he was doing bad things. He's a good boy, but he does bad things. All right, Toad. Almost called him Toast. So not as good.
No.
And he blocked it.
Why'd you do that to Lockjaw, not to Toad?
I don't know.
I think I actually would have preferred it the other way around when it comes down to it. So.
Don't make me feel bad. Okay, so Cyclops rescued who was that? But we realized in a minute that he already had rescued.
That was Shuri.
Yeah.
And I placed him, not Nikki. So if you see a weird placement, that's because of me, not her. But we get it corrected in a second. And I'm using Optic Blast.
And you got 1 damage from that, I think.
Yeah. That was a hit and run.
That was hit and run, so this is his run part. He's getting near the portal. He's going to roll for it, and he gets it.
Stupid Cyclops. Stupid hit and runs. Alright, so now I've got a lot of dice I can throw at Beast. And she uses stupid lifesaver on him.
You're using stupid a lot. If our daughter would hear, she'd tell you, don't say stupid.
I'll use other. I'll get my synonym dictionary out. The thesaurus. Anyway, so yeah, you move him over, so that forces me to run to play catch up. But he is not out of danger yet. So now I'm going to use No Mercy, which now gives me 10 dice all in all for this attack. And I pounced on you. No one knocks down Sabretooth, Nikki. No one. Yeah, so I just dazed you there. With that luckily, with that pierce, if I didn't roll a pierce, I would not have dazed you.
You're rude. You're so rude.
Says the person trying to break out lawfully incarcerated prisoners.
So I'm going to use Seeing Red. Because you just made Wolverine mad, Andy. Oh, yeah. I accidentally started to move the wrong person. So I think this is Berserker Barrage, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And so I move within 1 of the target character, which is Sabretooth. Look out, Sabretooth. Coming for you. You just hurt my friend Beast. Oh, how do you like that, Andy?
Yeah, I only get 1 dice to save myself, too.
That was so pathetic looking, your 1 die there.
It literally was. But I'm not done yet. I do get my attack back. This is using Untamed Force. So that's my retaliation. And it could have been better. It's 1 die right now, or 1 damage right now. But I will heal 1 damage before the end of the round using my healing factor. Or at the end of the round. So now Gamora saves Shuri.
Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I'm at the right distance away from Toad. And I am. So I use Godslayer on Toad. Gamora does. So for every wild, Gamora changes a die to a hit. It's called Deadliest Woman in the Galaxy. And that was me rolling for my crit.
So you
All right.
daze Toad.
Daze Toad. I'm going to use Assassin's Leap to get closer to the portal.
And Mystique. That was, I think, the main goal.
That was the main goal. Cyclops had already claimed the portal. Using Godslayer on Mystique. Wow, look at those wilds. So I can change 2 die to a hit.
Yeah, look at that lack of defense.
That Deadliest Woman in the Galaxy is pretty handy.
It paid for itself in dividends. You just KO'd Mystique. That was upsetting. I had plans for a pipe and a certain one-eyed freak, but no. So now I am going to just shoot Ghost Spider with all my automatic pistols. You're going to see 4 consecutive attacks here. That's just because I did this attack twice, which gives me 4 attacks all in all. So first attack, not great. Second attack, this is rapid fire technically. Blocks it all. This is actually the second attack. Better. Yes, that all went through. And then here's the rapid fire from that. Hope that wasn't confusing.
So that's 4 damage all in all.
Yeah, I did 4 damage.
Jeez.
Yeah. 16 dice, 4 damage.
Okay, so this is where I use Cyclops leadership ability. Beast and Gwen give a power towards Berserker Barrage, and then with Cyclops, Wolverine. Wolverine had 1 power already, so that makes 3 for him to use Berserker Barrage. He moves within 1 of Winter Soldier.
Do you even Berserker Barrage, bro?
That was not good. Okay.
And I can reroll 1 dice because he's within range 1 for Spetsnaz training.
Wolverine, you're embarrassing me.
Everyone's looking.
Okay, so he's going to attack again. Whoa, okay. Nice. Fine.
Yep. Yeah. So now I'm playing Bitter Rivals on Ghost Spider. This may have been a stupid move, but I was hoping I could use Winter Soldier to take out Wolverine. And that is a tall order. I realize that's a tall order. I was going to try it anyway. So I'm going to start with Red Fury. Strength 7 attack. I should have re-rolled one of these dice because of Spetsnaz training. That was my mistake. So I could have potentially gotten 1 more damage. That's immediately followed by an assault rifle attack. So here we go. And not bad, but Nikki, her dice are just on fire tonight. So, and what I should have done at this point is stopped and take away the bleed. I didn't. I fired the rifle again, not thinking that I was on 1 stamina, which was a big tactical mistake. I think I was trying to get the best benefit out of Bitter Rivals. But what's ultimately going to happen here is, at the end of my turn, I get dazed. I drop my prisoner, which you don't see here. I realized that after the round was over with. So I just lost a point because I didn't heal myself. And the prisoner is now free. So here we go into round 4. This has been a very tight game so far.
It has. It's been really fun, too. I think this is one of the most fun games we've played.
Indeed. I agree. So here I roll for Winter Soldier coming up. I should not have. Again, it's right after this I realize I don't have a prisoner anymore. So ignore that. He does get moved back. Everything gets put to normal. But those were the movements where Wolverine and Cyclops both got moved. And now Lockjaw is playing Doom to Prophecy. Because he is the prophesized Doom dog there, so.
Is that right? Okay, so Weapon X program, Wolverine's throwing himself up so he can be in a better position. And he is going to attack Black Widow using Cyclops' leadership ability. He gets a power from Beast, so he can do Berserker Barrage.
You pull that one off like 3 or 4 times.
Well, because he was always like too far away to do his other attacks, so I kind of had to. And that put me within 1 of Black Widow, which put me near the portal, and it's all falling into place, Andy.
And by Winter Soldier.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. You blocked 1.
I was on 1 stamina and you threw me into Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So, I don't know how we lost the video of me rolling the dice, but I didn't roll any of them. I took all 3 hits from that. So he took 3 damage on that. But I did do I Got Your Back for her being dazed, which is pretty ineffective against Wolverine.
Okay, so Wolverine against Winter Soldier, Adamantium Slash.
So, yeah, I'm down to 2 stamina.
2.
And didn't... Well, I blocked 1, there you go.
Blocked 1, so 1 damage.
1 damage.
And roll for the portal. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say portal today, but I got it.
So now, as was prophesized, Lockjaw. He's going to teleport over there, and he's going to take a bite out of Cyclops, who is still incinerated from, round 2 of this game. Take a bit of mighty chomp. Boom.
I feel like this is getting personal, Andy.
It is, a little bit. And my Inhuman reroll ended up allowing me to daze Cyclops. He dropped Ant-Man. So I'm going to rescue Ant-Man from those dastardly villains there. And now I played Interdimensional Bloodhound on Gamora there, and I'm going to do a bite on her.
Because Ant-Man wants to be in prison? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe.
No.
So, yeah, 1 damage. She's on 1 stamina now, if I recall correctly. So I throw something at her.
Watch what I can do, Andy. Yeah.
The prophesized.
So hard.
And I didn't get the portal either. Oh, that was so painful.
That was a run of bad luck right there.
So much.
All right, Beast. Acrobatic Strike against Winter Soldier. Oh, that was not good. So he blocked it.
Back off, you big hairy freako.
That's rude, Andy.
So is attacking a Patriot veteran soldier who is wounded.
Okay, 1, 2. You block 1 so far. Oh,
Yeah.
there's another one. So 3, block 1.
Yeah, that's it. Winter Soldier is out of here. So, Toad. Toad, get her. I'm just out of range for Spit Acid, so I have to move up. But I do have one more. I do have a Spit Acid on her. It's worked well so far. And I completely blow that roll. And she used martial prowess on me, so to add insult to injury, not only did I not take out that last stamina, she did 2 damage to me, but I did get the portal. So that was at least something, I guess.
Okay, Ghost Spider. She's gonna go rescue her friend, Peter Parker. Run, Peter. And then because I don't want her to get, dazed, so she drops Peter, I'm going to go hide.
I think you were too much in rescue mode. You tried to rescue Black Widow right there, too. I can save you all.
I was talking to her. You don't want to be with these guys. You want to come over to our side.
All right, so now it's Sabretooth. I need to get the runt. So I move up and I do a claw slash onto Wolverine. I also add some No Mercy to it to make it a much more powerful attack. More dicey. Because you kind of healed yourself, so I think I only got 2 extra on that one. Yeah. So, giving it all you got, I forgot about this card until the very end. I don't know if this is a good move, but it felt so much right here. So, I am going to be KO'd after this turn. But I do get one more attack on Wolverine. It's good. It's great. So, I did daze him there, finally. And he dropped Drax. And I got the portal. But then I KO. Because he was already injured. I think that was worth it. Maybe. I don't know. The points at the end of the game will let us know.
All right, Gamora. And I think she's been pretty awesome this game. I've had a lot of fun playing her.
Except when it comes to portals.
Yeah, she's not great at portals.
Especially that one right there.
So I just rolled for it, and she did not get it. She would have had to roll 3.
No, this is not the roll yet. This is the roll.
Oh, okay.
This is where you...
Still, she would have had to get 3.
Now, why did I not see you roll the skull?
Yeah, so there? We just noticed I rolled a skull, and he should have moved me, but we didn't. I think we were just, too hopped up on something at this point. It was so close, so we were just, both just had adrenaline. So if he had moved me up on that thing that he did earlier, I don't think I would have made it to that portal, and I couldn't have rolled for it, and I couldn't have got it.
And you end up winning by 1 point. We would have probably tied the game.
Yeah. So this was a good setup for our next game.
Yeah. Let's talk about that in just a second. People message us over the weekend asking us, are we going to do the Civil War event? And we said, hell yeah, we're going to do the Civil War event. We were actually going to do a couple games as kind of a prelude. But we decided ultimately this was going to be the only prelude. And actually, later this week, we will have the first real Civil War based off the scenario, based off the mini extravaganza rules. Using everything that they did for the weekend. We're going to have our first game probably in 2 or 3 days. So, knock on wood, all goes well. We should have it this week as well. And we are very, I know we say excited a lot. We need to come up with another word. Exuberant. We are very exuberant. No, we're excited. We can't wait to try it. This was such a fun game.
Oh, we are so excited. We've been even reading the old Civil War comic.
Yeah, now this is the 2006, where the original Civil War story came from.
Yeah, so we've been reading that just to put us in the mood, I guess.
Not just that, but you get some more context around it.
Andy remembered it pretty well.
Yeah.
I'd never read it before, so but just to kind of get more context and put us into the right mode.
Yeah, for like I was telling her, I'd say of all my favorite storylines for Marvel, that is probably number 4, and that's pretty good because number 1 would be the Punisher Slavers, number 2 would probably be World War Hulk. And number 3 would be Fatal Attractions, which was I think the late '90s X-Men story, mid to late '90s, early X-Men story, where you found out Wolverine had bone claws. It was a really great story, and it showed just how powerful Magneto was. That was the whole deal with it. Anyways, I'm getting off point. Then Civil War, because Civil War is a great story. It's what Nikki and I love about a good story is it's hard to determine who the good guys and bad guys are, and that story really does a good job of showing both sides have very good points, and both sides have some very misguided points.
Well, yeah, and I think so many times, even if you're talking about a villain, and the villain is doing something not because he's evil, but because he really or she really thinks it's the right thing to do. They're doing something they really believe in. But, of course, if you step back from it, it's not right at all. So that makes it really interesting.
Which kind of ties back into this game here. We tried very hard to make sure we presented both sides. This was not I'm playing the bad guys and Nikki's playing the good guys, or vice versa, depending on how your view is. They both have their points. Their measures may be different. Again, Mystique's Strike Force, they were going to do whatever was necessary. The X-Men, they were willing to go to more extreme measures than normal. But in the end, they were both doing what they felt was the right thing. There was no evil intention. I'd hope the story showed that. And that's what we want to do as the story progresses over the next 3 Civil War scenarios.
Yeah, and this game, actually, we did have planned. It was somebody requested we play it. And we'd already had it planned, but then when the Civil War thing came out, we were like, oh, this could be like the what led into it into our game. So it worked out really well, and this game was so fun. So thank you.
Yes, we had a blast with it. This is going to rank in our all-time favorite games.
Yeah, I don't know how it views, but playing it was really fun.
Yeah,
so
hopefully it views well.
Yeah.
Because we had a blast. There is generally... we're never really angry with each other at the end of a game, but there are times when, especially if a victory happens way too easily for one person over the other, it's kind of like grumble, grumble, grumble. No, we were both like, yes! That was awesome! We both were super excited, and yeah, I lost by a point. It came down to basically Gamora, from what I could see in this game.
After watching it again, it was actually tied, and it would have gone.
Yeah, it probably would have been. But I don't think I could have survived another round, honestly. I think you would have destroyed me the next round.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually have no doubt. You took out almost all of my heavy hitters, and you still had Wolverine and Beast as your heavy hitter, and Cyclops. Mm-hmm. Shit, you had Gamora. No, I had no chance.
But regardless, I felt like it was very evenly matched, and it went on to the end. And that you had a run of bad luck that end.
No doubt.
Definitely. So it could have gone either way.
Yeah. But I said I enjoyed playing it. Again, hopefully it did view well. Obviously you've seen it now. We weren't playing with the Civil War rules. They will be in effect starting the next game. I think it's been pretty obvious, but we'll state it clearly here. Nikki is a Renegade. I am the Registration. And we're going to have some fun with that story. We will play with 2 of the classic heroes in the story, or anti-heroes, depending on how you want to look at it. I'll be leading my team with Iron Man, and Nikki will be leading with Captain America. But we'll the teams will be a little bit different than in the storyline. Having read through it again, I see that, but it'll be pretty close. But again, this is our own Earth, not our Earth, obviously, but our Earth of our own creation. So things are a little bit different here, and that's the beauty of the multiverse. We get to do that kind of thing. So, wow, we've talked a lot about that, but is there anything else we want to talk about, Nikki?
I don't think so. I think we're good.
Yeah, we are very excited to bring you the Civil War story. I hope you enjoyed the extra narrative. That's what I plan to do going forward, unless I get a lot of feedback saying no, that's a little too much. I'm hoping not. I think we've got a lot of great feedback recently stating that what they love is the narrative aspects of these stories, and I only want to add more. I don't want to take away from it. So hopefully you enjoyed that, a little bit more flavor, a little bit more depth to the characters, and just to show you that you can make a good story out of these games. So with that,
that's like the most fun to me is it's like it's the, I don't know, it's the, it's almost like I'm a kid again.
Yeah.
And I'm these characters.
Exactly. We both had our G.I. Joes and Barbies and things like that.
I used to fly around my backyard with the towel tucked into my shirt, pretending I was like Supergirl or something.
So, yeah, this is a lot of fun. We enjoy this. And again, thank you for all the feedback. Thank you for the suggestions. We will always be looking for new ones out there. And we will see you in the next episode of Civil War coming later this week.